obviously you're happy to have Thomas Davis back.
Yeah.
I know you're one of the first guys to greet him when he came back on Monday. What does it mean for you as a captain of this team to have another veteran presence out there on the field?
I think it's always great to have, like you said, an older veteran on the field. But I think he kind of is a lot more than that. He provides a lot more. I think, when you see a guy come back from being gone for a while and you see the amount of people that are happy and are smiling or messing around with him, I think that shows the impact that they have on not only a team but this whole organization. He's done a great job playing on the field. Obviously, everybody knows that, but what he's been able to overcome and what he's done in the community is, I think, really what makes Thomas, and I'm happy to have him back.
Can you quantify the impact he could have defensively just within a week from what you guys were defensively last week to what you guys could be this week?
I think that part's difficult to really kind of nail down, but he's going to give us a boost, obviously, with his play, but also his attitude and the energy he brings. And, I'm sure he gave everybody a boost. So we're happy to have him back. I'm glad he's back, and we're looking forward to the game.
Luke, you talked a lot about how hard it was being away, not just away from football, but everything that he had going on personally. I would imagine that was pretty hard for you guys, too, because normally you'd be around and be able to be there for him more than it was.
Yeah, it's just tough. When he's not around, it's difficult to, used to seeing a guy every day, and, and it's kind of hard when you have something like that going on, and the guys that you spend a ton of time with and you're super close, you're kind of really not able to be around them as much. So, it's a difficult time for him. He's a tough guy, and we're glad he's back.
What do you expect from him Sunday?
Energy. He's going to have great energy. We're excited to have him back. He's over there looking at me, so he better do something on Sunday so he can get Thomas back. We're excited.
What does that energy do to elevate your game specifically? Because it seems like he really pumps you up a lot when you're out there too.
It's fun. We always have a competition during the game. It's always who can get the ball to the most, who can get the ball to the fastest, and he provides that. And his attitude and his energy is very infectious around here, and he brings the best out of everybody. He's an ultra competitive guy, and I think that raises everybody else's game as well.
Luke, Washington is kind of a hard team, I guess, to get a handle on because they've looked good a few times, and then you watch them Monday night, and it's not that impressive. What do you make of this Washington offense right now?
I think they're talented. Look at Alex Smith. He's, one. I don't know what the stat is, but he's up there, maybe top 5 right now of guys of winning games over the past 5 to 10 years. Just he wins games. He finds ways to win games. They're good up front. I think Trent Williams is really good. Number 71. He's been good for a long time. He's one of the best left tackles in the game. Their 2 running backs are obviously Adrian Peterson. But 25 Thompson as well. He's a problem. He's good in space. He's good catching the ball. He can run it in between the tackles. We played against him the past few times, and he's kind of like Christian, one of those guys that can run the ball inside. He gets the ball in space. He's an issue. He can cause issues in the passing game. They got 2 really good tight ends, and they got some receivers that have some speed. So, it's one of those things. Obviously, it didn't look great last week. Obviously, and that it's hard to play down in that dome. But they're a good team. They're coached well, and Alex Smith is a top-tier quarterback.
What is it about AP that makes him? People talk about his strength and everything. Is there one thing in particular you can nail down about him?
He's just a beast. You look at guys that are physically impressive across the league. We got a couple of them in here with. You look at Pep or Cam, and then Adrian Peterson. You don't really got to explain him a whole lot. He's physical. He's strong. He runs hard. He's quick. He's got a really good jump cut. He's powerful. He's you check all the boxes with him for a guy that you want. A guy that loves running the ball in between the tackles. He's a Hall of Famer, if right now. So he's a good player. We got to know what's going on.
I know you don't line up against him on the field on Sunday, but seeing Josh Norman again, that's a guy that you got to know pretty well here. It seems like it's always a pretty fun reunion for you guys.
He and I came in together, and we kind of grew up together, and he's a guy that he's got a lot of fun energy. He's always talking. He's always running his mouth. He's always trying to have a good time, but he's ultra competitive too. So, he's going to want to go out there and win. He's playing against us. Anytime you play against an old team, everybody's a little bit more motivated. But he's a good corner. He's got great ball skills. He's long. He's physical. And he loves to compete. So, for a cornerback in this league, that's a good combination.